Hello everyone, this is Kekia from Fly. Welcome to the Fly podcast series. The objective of this series is to educate MBA aspirants and help bust myths around several areas, including the application process and campus life. Now, in this episode, we have with us Venkatesh from ISB. He is a part of the Career Advancement Services, otherwise known as CAS. Now, ISB has been known for providing a platform to all its graduates to transition to leadership roles across industries and functions. And the team that facilitates these transitions is CAS, which works tirelessly collaborating with multiple stakeholders, including students, corporates, groups within ISB, and offers a wide range of services, including career counseling, corporate connect sessions, and career management services. All this is to empower students to make the right career choices while they are at ISB. Now, in this episode, we will be discussing the placement trends, how does CAS benefit the students, and most importantly, we will address some of the important questions on career opportunities that many MBA applicants commonly have. So, let's get started. Hey Venkatesh, thank you for joining the podcast. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Akya. I was just waiting for this session, still in the office. So I just wanted to complete this session and go back home.
I'm so glad you decided to give us your time today evening, and I'm sure this podcast will be helpful for so many aspirants.
Yeah, definitely.
So, as we begin this podcast, why don't you share a brief about your background for our listeners, and what does your role really entail at the CAS?
Sure. I'll introduce myself. Basically, I am with ISB since last year. I completed my 1 year in this month itself. So it's a work anniversary. This is the work anniversary month for me here. And basically, I am representing the CAS, that is the Career Advancement Services Department here, wherein we facilitate the placements, we facilitate the corporate relations, and we placements in the sense the entire process may start with the client meetings and ending with the student onboarding. So everything is taken care by the CAS here. And we have a huge team here, that is 30 plus members working under CAS, who are restlessly some of my team members there who are in Mumbai, who are in Delhi, who are in Bangalore. So they are doing their client meetings, and I basically take care of the Hyderabad region. So I have my own set of clients here. And this is basically the introduction that when I joined the ISB, and before that I come from an engineering background. I'm an engineer, a civil engineer, and I completed my graduation from Nagpur University, and the post graduation from NIT Jamshedpur, and then completed my MBA, that is from IGNO. I'm basically into HR, and I first was a faculty in engineering colleges in Mumbai and Pune, and then developed a little bit of interest towards these placements. Was the head of placements for an engineering college in Mumbai, which is Universal Group of Education, and then moved to Pune, wherein I assisted I was the head of placements for MBA, MSc, MCA, BCA, BSc. So basically, I like this profile very much, and therein I got lucky to get into ISB, and wherein we have a good, huge team. This was very unexpected that this size of team would be there for any of the institutes who will be taking care of the placements. Because if you see normally for different institutes, for example, IIM, so they have their own student team. So it is there won't be any dedicated placements team. There won't be any dedicated placements team, and that's doing that huge number who will be taking care of the placements for the students. And normally, if I come from the Maharashtra, wherein the universities will have, or the colleges will have only one head of the placement, and there will be other faculties or students will be in that particular batch. So ISB is a little bit on a different side. So that's my introduction.
Well, I think having a professional team at ISB really shows, because I think, if I'm correct, there are almost 900 plus companies visiting campus every year, recruiting students in various roles, and that does speak of the amount of effort CAS is putting in to get in touch with these corporates and helping them connect with our students at ISB.
Right. Yeah, like we have nearly about 1,200 meetings done. Like entire team,
Wow.
we like the entire team is divided into three parts. One is the team which takes care of the sales. That is, we are the sales guys who actually go on the ground and meet the clients and like see the actual situation, what the economics, like the industry is right or not, like what all the situation is happening there on ground. And the other team is PM team, that is the project management team, which actually is the back end of the sales of our team, and it actually manages the back end process wherein the scheduling, where whenever the placements are there, the scheduling of the placements or the e-profilers and everything. And the third team is the strategy team. It actually plans all these dates and schedules and all. So it's a big team, and this sales team is further divided into four parts. The first part, it takes care of the north team. It takes care of the clients which are based out of the north. That is the companies which have headquarters in north. And second, as usual, the south team, where I also belong to, and then the west, and then the international. So we don't have any east because, as you know, there are no such industries towards the east. Basically, Kolkata may come under east, but we included it in the south itself. And we can't go farther to the east because there are no such industries which are headquartered in east. So these are particularly four sales teams which actually go in the ground and actually touch base different clients. And every year, so we do more than 1,000 meetings. So, and if you put up like at least about 30 to 40% conversion, so nearly 350 to 400 clients come for the placements. That is for day 0 and day 1 of placements.
That's really amazing. And I guess all the parts of the machinery are working so well together, which are helping ISB graduates transition to good careers.
Yeah, really good.
So, I mean, a question that keeps coming to us from many of our aspirants is like, how is the job market like currently for the MBA students from ISB? Do you feel it is going to change significantly in the future? If so, how? Would you like to share some thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. So when we went to these client meetings to meet the Kolkata clients or to meet basically I'm telling about my region, and even I have the reviews about the Mumbai region or the Delhi region. So basically we got a very mixed reviews, and even the clients were asking us whether recession came or recession went or is it going to come. So it is not clear with even the industries. So whether what stand to take. So, but I can tell, compared to 2021 and 2022, so this year will be going to be a little bit on harsher end towards the number of offers that the company will be going to give, because 21 and 22 was an exceptional year. So wherein 22 was basically revenge hiring. The projects were less, hiring was extremely more. Like, I don't know why this happened, but due to some, I think they might think like the projects will be coming and students were sitting on the bench, and still, like, there were students who were still on the bench and they got fired in 2023. So but this year it will be a very concise hiring. Even majority of let's say about 60 to 70% of the clients in the sense I am referring about the industries or the companies that we went to, so they are totally into this particular term called lean and mean hiring. So they are not interested for bulk hiring. And so for example, like we get this bulk hirings from the MNCs or conglomerates like Accenture, BCG, Bain, McKinsey. So these will be hiring, but there are some other companies who actually do bulk hiring. So they actually went to this lean and mean mode. So this year it will be a little bit on the tougher side. But as you know, ISB historically, it had a strong reputation and always has been successful in placing its PGP graduates. So the job market for ISB students, so it is generally on a favorable side. So no need to worry for these students. And if I take an example of last year, that is class of 2023, which got passed out. So only one candidate is remaining, and that too, his particular function and background is very niche, and the industry that he wants to go is also very niche. So that's the reason out of 850, only one candidate is remaining till now, and we are still working for him. So as CAS, it always supports the student. And I'll also give you some figures about the placements. Actually, placements for this year it will be in the month of November. That is the third week of November. Day 0 on one day and day 1 on one day. So only in these 2 days. So this particular batch we have 880 students. So all 880 students for these 2 days, and 850 students for these 2 days. Previous year was also the same case. And nearly about 790 students got placed in these 2 days. That was the for the class of 2023. So we were only left with 40 students, and they gradually got placed in the month of December and Jan. So till now, like, we only have this one candidate remaining, and that too, he's in a, like, he wants to get into a very niche industry. So that's but it will get solved. So basically, placements here is not an issue at all. ISB itself, with its great reputation and brand value, so students get placed. So it's no need to worry for the, like, whatever maybe the geopolitical issue, or whatever maybe the economic issue, or maybe the recession is there. But we have that many companies and that many industries supporting ISB. So wherein the students will get absorbed, that's for sure.
I'm sure like ISB has developed a certain reputation with the industry that even
Yeah.
if there is a period of conservative hiring, there's always a demand for good graduates who can add value to the industry. And I guess
Yeah, right.
ISB is placed as one of the institutions which always gives away good graduates every year.
Right. True.
So Venkatesh, moving on this podcast, we know that ISB has been a student-centric school. And most of the times we see that the average post-MBA salary for ISB graduates is almost 2.5 times the average pre-MBA
Right.
salary. We just want to understand how CAS helps students prepare for the placement process at ISB.
Sure. CAS at ISB plays a very crucial role. Like, I'll start with the first step itself. It is sourcing relevant companies. So CAS actively engages with wide range of companies across all the industries and the functions, and it identifies those potential players or the potential employers who are actually suitable for the ISBNs. So as you know, because ISBNs, they come with the huge cost is also involved here, like even the annual fees and the operational cost they come up with. So we always look to the employers who are actually matching in this particular case. So CAS is always like, they only bring this relevant companies, and they also maintain this strong relationship with the recruiters. So CAS, it has a very good relationship with recruiters, wherein companies also like, for example, if in some cases compared to IIMs and ISB, for example, if I may, like, I won't take the name of the company. So there are companies who actually didn't honor the offer letters or offers of IIMs, be it PGPH or be it EPGP. But in the case of ISB, it was not like that. So that's the strong relationship with the companies that the CAS has with the companies. And the second, if I may go to it, is the mentorship by alumni, which plays a very crucial role. So CAS actually leverages the extensive alumni network. We have, at this point of time, we have nearly about 17,000 plus alumni. And so they actually guide the students in their desired career paths. And then CAS also helps in profile and the resume building, wherein it assists the students in polishing their profiles and resumes to highlight their skills, experience, and achievements. And they also provide guidance on structuring the resume and optimizing the content and tailoring them to the specific job roles and industries that the particular employer comes with. And then also CAS helps in interview preparation. CAS conducts this mock interviews in association with SEAL. We have another team, which is the SEAL team. So it takes care of SEAL team in the sense that you might have known this team. So this is this. So in association with the team, we conduct this the mock interviews, and they also offer the what can I say? So we bring alumni there, we bring the industry personals there, so that on the D day, the student shouldn't get confused, for what particular industry he is choosing or what particular function he is choosing. So he should be prepared earlier. So CAS even takes care of the mock interviews and networking opportunities, which is a very essential part for the students, for the ISB students specifically, because CAS organizes this networking events, the industry interactions, or even the student engagement sessions that we actually do it and throughout the year. So these events actually provide the platform for the students to expand their professional network, and they can also gather insights about different industries and also explore potential job opportunities. What if in this particular student engagement, if student engagement in the sense when the company comes to the campus or through virtually, when they give the sessions after your academic classes. And so sometimes there was a case, like in the case of ADP. So the one particular candidate, he asked some questions which actually was very fascinating to that particular guy who was the VP from that particular guy from that company. So he was actually he was observed in ADP later part of the stage. So this is also one of the platform wherein the student engagements, if the student attends all the student engagements and if he is like very interactive with the employer, so this also may change the game. And then last but not least, the placement support. So CAS offers entire assistance during the placement process, including the scheduling, the interviews, coordinating with the companies, managing the logistics. And we also work closely with the students to understand their preference, their goals, and helping them to navigate throughout the placement process. So this is what the entirely CAS is involved into.
Wonderful, Venkatesh. Thank you for throwing a light on the entire process. And I'm sure that all this helps the students real bit when they are able to interact with the alums who are already working in those industries. And not only that,
Right.
they're also getting a platform to interact with the companies and the senior leadership themselves, so that they can actually not only leave a mark, they can share their ideas and also see if they can be a right fit if they eventually transition to such roles. So that's really a good support to the students of ISB. So moving on to some of the questions that many of our viewers ask us, Venkatesh. So ISB is known for facilitating a lot of roles in consulting and product management. We are wondering if there are other roles offered by recruiters in domains like finance, marketing, strategy, general management. And what if someone wants to get into these domains? What are his or her options, and how realistic it is to convert to these domains at ISB?
Okay. True, ISB is the place for consulting and product. That's true. But there are also ample opportunities for candidates who are interested in other domains, such as, let's say, finance. So there are like good fancy roles, for example, the roles in investment banking, or say corporate finance, or financial analysis, or private equity, or venture capital, or financial consulting. So, and even the companies in banking, financial services, and insurance, BFSS sector, and as well as many corporate firms which actually recruit the ISB candidates for these finance positions. So finance is also a hot cake in addition to consulting and product. And then comes marketing, opportunities that exist in brand management, market research, digital marketing, product marketing, sales and business development, and then FMCG companies, technology firms, consumer goods companies, and e-commerce companies, for example, Amazon, Flipkart. Then, so these are the key roles into marketing, which also is one of the challenges for product and consulting roles. And then comes the most renowned role, that is strategy, because ISBNs are very like eager to go for this strategy role. So various industries, including consulting firms or the technology companies or the big conglomerates, so they also give this roles wherein the strategic planning or the business development or market analysis or mergers and acquisitions or risk and compliance is involved. So these are also the three roles which are like in the race with product and with consulting. And so students can also actually go through these roles. And if I give the statistics of previous class, so nearly consulting, if I say approximately 20% to 25% of the students go for this consulting, but the remaining chunk they actually target for these roles. And strategy is one of them, which is highly like every student is behind the strategy because they don't want to get on the ground, so they just want to give the strategy everywhere. So, so strategy is the most and as you say, like ISB also caters to the candidates with different levels of work experience. So like, yeah, even with low students who come with low work experience, so candidates can like they'll be getting these roles like GenMan roles, the general management roles, the MT roles. Various companies have this particular like they have this particular hiring module wherein the MT roles, particularly for ISB candidates, because wherein our minimum experience is 2 years. So MT, wherein for other colleges it may be for the freshers, but these are some different MT roles, the management trainee roles, and then analyst roles for low work experience candidates, like analyst in the sense the business analyst or financial analyst or the marketing analyst, and also product roles, wherein the like previous year we had a good number of students who come with low work experience, and they were hired for product roles. Maybe the junior product role, or so these were the other product analyst role. So these were the roles the students who come with the low experience they can actually look after. And with higher experience, so as you know, candidates with higher work experience, the recruiter specially targets ISB for leadership positions, strategic roles, the functional leadership positions, and that require actually a good industry experience. Maybe it EA to the office, maybe it entrepreneurship residence role. So these are some of the hot roles which were actually the employers came with for previous year too, for the higher experience candidates. And what was the last question? That is for some diverse background.
Yes. So I was about to come to this question. So ISB attracts people from many different backgrounds. Sometimes we have people coming from army, sometimes people who are previously doctors, actors, sport professionals. What are realistic opportunities available for such candidates at ISB?
Yeah. So compared to previous year, this year we have a very diverse like backgrounds, students coming from diverse background. So previous year it was nearly 60 to 65% of the students who come from engineering background, and 35% was the students who come from non-engineering with diverse background. And this year the dynamics changed. I don't know what happened to engineers. They are actually reducing on ISB campus. So this year it came down to nearly 49%, or may I say 48%. And the remaining is the non-engineering, which come from very diverse background. They came from army, they came from sports, they came from film background, maybe it into media and all, and some represented the states in Ranji Trophy. And so this year it will be a good roller coaster ride. And roles for them, actually ISB is renowned for this particular case, wherein on these 2 days of day 0 and day 1, we bring those companies who hire everyone. Like, so be it a student from an army background, so they can actually look for the opportunities, the leadership opportunities, or operation roles, or supply chain management, or risk management, or consulting positions, because companies actually value the discipline, leadership, or the problem solving skills, which actually they acquire through the military experience, or maybe through marine experience if he is coming from different background. Doctors, every year we have these MBBS doctors. So they actually, previous year it was nearly about, we had 20 to 22 doctors, and this year also we have in the same numbers. So the healthcare organizations, the pharmaceutical companies, and the consulting firms, they also often recruit doctors for the healthcare consulting, hospital management, healthcare operations and pharmaceutical product management roles. And also there are some additional roles for the doctors, which are the entrepreneurship opportunities in healthcare startups. These were also the new roles that came up recently. And also the candidates who come from this background, the media background, or who are actors or who are film producers. So the candidates from the entertainment industry may explore avenues in marketing and branding, in media and entertainment consulting, in talent management, or in entrepreneurship in the media sector itself. So, and we also have good media brands this time, because we have this number increased. The actors and film producers increased this time in this particular class. And basically students who come from the sports background, we have the sports companies, or basically the sports professionals can leverage their experience and skills in various roles, such as sports management role, sports marketing, sponsorship and brand partnerships, or the sports analytics, and entrepreneurship in sports industries. So there are huge opportunities. Even like the student, it is up to the student whether he wants to follow the same industry that or same function that he has come from, or he has to he wants to have a shift. So opportunities are immense. Just the student has to be proactive, and the decision making skills, he has to develop the decision making skills.
Wonderful. And it's actually so interesting to see how people coming in from such backgrounds, such as army, doctors, actors, find their strengths that they develop by virtue of being in those particular roles in this industry. I mean, and how the strengths are applicable in the industry roles, and how well they can blend in leadership positions in various different industries functions. So, and I guess ISB is a good platform for all these people to find good opportunities.
Yeah, true.
So moving on, Venkatesh, would you like to share some of the tips with our viewers, which like they can follow to make the best out of what ISB has to offer from career perspective once they join the B school?
So basically, I'm just 1 year old, so I am not be the right person to give the tips. But still, like these are the tips that I heard from, maybe from the SEAL team, maybe it from the professors, or maybe it from my my colleagues here, or maybe it from my director Cass, like who actually is into like giving a good knowledge on the preparation pattern. So I can say like one of the best tips is goal setting, which is very, very important. Like before starting the B school or the B school journey, so the candidate, if he can take time to reflect on his career aspirations, strengths, and areas of development, and set clear career goals, and define the industries and functions or the roles that he's interested in. Because at the point of time, the placement, like the candidate joins in the month of April, and the placements are in the month of November itself. So if he's not clear in the industry and function that he's getting into, it will be a difficult path. Still, we have all the programs set up. Like we also run the program. SEAL also runs the program for the career guidance, for the counseling from the alumni. But till the end part is, the student has to decide the proper goal for himself. And then another tip that sounds very, very like that rings in my ear is to leverage CAS, to leverage career services, to take full advantage of career services and attend workshops, career counseling sessions, skill development programs, and utilize the alumni network, the mentorship programs, and attend all the student engagement sessions. Like whether like it is true the classes run from morning 7 to evening 7, then of course the candidate gets tired. But the engagement sessions run in the late night itself, like after 8 p.m. So it is like my suggestion is to attend each and every engagement sessions, wherein God forbid if any particular employer had a liking for this particular candidate, so a PPI or PPO may be rolled out there and there itself. So to take leverage of CAS in every way possible. And then networking and building relationship. Networking is the sole foundation for ISB, wherein they can actively engage in networking opportunities both within and outside ISB, like attend industry events, guest lectures, alumni gatherings, and connect with professionals, recruiters, and alumni to expand their own network. And actually building relationships can actually open doors to hidden job opportunities also, like wherein some of the roles. If in a particular student engagement, if an employer came and he's giving some a view on some of the topics, and the questions from the candidates strikes him in some different manner, and what may there and there itself, if he is an economic buyer, he can decide I can offer some different role here too, seeing the quality of the students, so he may decide for some different roles too. And then comes the ELPs and case competitions. So here at ISB, we don't have internships, as you already know. So there is a thing called as experiential learning program, which is itself an internship in a disguised manner. So seek ELPs, live projects and case competitions, and which are aligned with the curriculum and also with their career goals. Not like there are some nearly about 100 to 120 companies which give ELPs. So it is not selecting a brand or selecting something. So only seek those ELPs which are actually aligned with your career goals. And also these opportunities allow you to apply the classroom knowledge and gain the hands-on experience. And also, if the particular solution that the particular candidate provides for these ELPs, if it is scalable, so I'm 100% sure a PPO, that is a pre-placement offer or a pre-placement interview letter, 100% would be there in the hands of that particular candidate. And student has to participate in all the club events, which is very, very essential, because clubs are they are the heart of the student body. And clubs, as you know, they conduct various events, they connect with various recruiters or various clients or various companies. So the student has to be a part of the student club, different student clubs, and he has to participate in all the events. And the last tip that I can give is stay engaged and be persistent. Don't lose hope, because as you know, students come to ISB for a good career launch. So the job search process can sometimes be challenging. It requires persistence and resilience. So always be engaged with CAS, engaged with SEAL, get engaged with professors, and be engaged with alumni. So it will be a nice journey. Remember that making the best of your ISB experience is a personal journey here. So the student has to be proactive, and he should capitalize on all the vast resources that ISB is providing.
I think you summarized it really well in the end, Venkatesh. End of the day, student has to be proactive, and at the same time not lose hope, because there are a lot of things. I think it's a mixed bag while at that ISB. There are things that go in your favor. There are things where you feel that maybe I could do better. Maybe there's things that could be going better, but not going as good as they had hoped for. But then I think not losing hope and being persistent is what the student makes the most of the ISB journey.
Because a student, as you know, they attend classes, they have huge pressure, they have to submit the assignments back, they need to attend the student engagements. So they may develop some kind of a sense am I able to take that pressure or not? So he has just to be resilient there and wait. And even there are some candidates who broke when the placements didn't happen after day one. Placements will happen for sure, but it is don't break before all the events are met. So just wait for some time, be patient, everything will fall in line. So be resilient. That's what I will prefer to say to the students.
It's a very optimistic thing to say at the end of the podcast invitation. And I think with this, we come to the end of this episode. And thanks a lot, Venkatesh, for sharing these useful insights. And I'm sure this information will help a lot of candidates gain more clarity on their career aspects at ISB. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Thank you so much.